What's up, guys? It's Matt. Hey, I wanted to talk to you guys about a strategy that is working really well for us in our business. A lot of people know about wholesaling. That's when you basically tie up a contract, assign it to a cash buyer, and make the spread in between. But in today's market, with the lack of inventory across the nation, we're doing a strategy called wholetailing. Now, what wholetailing means is essentially we close escrow on the property. We buy it as is, and we put the property on the market and basically just do a clean out of the property. I will sometimes paint it or put in flooring if needed, but on the last 5 properties that I've wholetailed, I've literally cleaned out the property, didn't paint it, didn't change the floor, didn't even change the locks, frankly, and within a matter of 7 days on the market, I got cash offers over asking price. The key, guys, with a wholetail is you have to find the sweet spot in your market. So in my market, the sweet spot's anywhere between 150,000 and below. So if I could contract a property at say 80,000, and I know the after repair value is somewhere in the ballpark of 140,000, if I had to go in and rehab that property, it's gonna take me 3 or 4 months. It's gonna cost me probably 30 grand to do it. Plus I'm paying the cost of money. I'm paying contractors. I'm going back and forth dealing with contractors on timelines and budgets, making sure the work gets done on time and in a workmanlike manner. Then you have to go through the whole process of waiting for someone to come and get, approved for a loan and the appraisal and all that stuff. Well, the difference with the wholetail, guys, is, like I said, if the ARV in this situation, let's say the ARV is 140,000, 150,000, and I could close on this property for 80. Okay, I buy the property and I put it up on the market for 110. So now I've built in roughly a $30,000 profit margin. Well, when it goes on the local MLS at 110, immediately it's going to be looked at as a steal, because anything in the neighborhood is going for 150 plus. They can come in, buy this property for 110, and a lot of the investors out there are having trouble finding deals. So they're looking at a deal where they can basically buy it for 110, put some money into it, and maybe rent it or flip it themselves. And so the whole idea is, by putting it on the market, I'm not relying on my buyers or my buyer's list that I'm wholesaling to, because a lot of my buyers on that buyer's list are looking for deals that I'm buying, and they want to make the lion's share of the profit. But when you open it up to the entire market, so you get all the agents, you get all the potential buyers, you get all the newbie buyers, you get all the mom and pop buyers, the guys that are buying a house or 2 a year maybe, and they just want somewhere to put their cash. Now this deal looks like it's a home run, because I've opened it up to all the eyeballs and potential buyers in my area. This strategy works extremely well because A, I don't have a rehab. B, I can move this property within sometimes less than 30 days. And I'm getting cash offers because there are hungry cash buyers all over town looking for opportunity, looking for deals. I may not have them on my buyer's list initially, but when I put it out to the market and it's listed, it goes on the local MLS, it goes on the Zillow, it goes on Trulia, we put it on Craigslist, so it's getting mass amount of marketing, and we sell these properties quickly. Guys, focus on opportunities in your market. The key to being successful is understanding your market. I could talk to you about my market here in Fresno, California, based on zip codes. So if you tell me a property's in 93706, or properties in 93702 or 93726, I could tell you, just hearing the asking price, if it's a deal or not. That's how in depth you have to have market knowledge. You have to know where buyers are buying, where the hot properties are being bought and sold. You can literally pull up targeted zip codes and see how many cash transactions are happening in that specific zip code. A great tip is, guys, contact your title company and they'll give you a list of the most recent cash transactions dating 6 months or longer. I like to look at the last 6 months because that is definitely a better read on what's happening in the market, and specifically in the last 90 days is an even tighter number because you'll see if there's any shifts in the market, and you'll be able to find more cash buyers to sell your deals to if in fact you go the wholesale route. Now you may be saying, well, I'm wholesaling because I can't close on the property. Well, that's part of your process is wrong. Your thinking process is wrong, because money follows the deal. If you have a great deal that makes sense, there are plenty of private investors out there that will be willing to give you a first trust deed and a promissory note. I pay my private lenders anywhere from 8 to 12% on their money, and they're thrilled. They literally call me and say, Matt, I don't want my money back. Can you put me in another deal? Because they're making interest on their money. I'm sending them checks and wires every single month, and they're earning 8 to 12% on their money, while in the bank is getting less than 0.25%. You tell me what makes sense, guys, right? So how do we find private investors? Well, I want you guys, that's another topic for another video that I'll do, but they're out there. And it's just a matter of, it's not a matter of resources, it's your lack of resourcefulness that's preventing you from thinking bigger, making more spread on the deal. So every time I'm looking at a deal, I'm thinking, who can I align a private investor with on this deal so that I can A, maximize my profit, B, get more potential buyers to look at the property, and then C, time is money. So the quicker I could get in and out of a deal, that's better for me, because there is a thing called speed of money. There's a cost of money. So the more often you could turn over someone else's money, the more money that you'll be making for that private investor, and they'll be a fan of yours for life. Always treat them right, always pay them on time, and they'll be always coming back to the well asking for the next deal. That's how I've built my business, guys, and being in tune with today's market, understanding the strategies that are happening with successful investors. You can't just be focused on one disposition strategy. You have to be focused on many disposition strategies. For us, wholesaling is what we do. We're very good at it, but over the last 18 months, because of the opportunities the market has presented, we're now doing more wholetailing. And I could say with quite a bit of certainty that the last 5 or 6 wholetails we've done, we've maximized our profits somewhere between 7 to 15,000 more we would have made as opposed to just wholesaling it. So guys, that's a strategy I want you to think about. Wholetail, okay? Think about how you could take down the property with a private investor, literally do very little to the property and put it right back on the market, and maximize the potential buyers that are going to be offering on your property. All right, guys, that's it for now. As always, be phenomenal. God bless. See you on the next video.
I have no control on this. Don't kill me.